Hi students, this is week 32, April 14th to April 21, and the learning objectives for this week are the following. First one is I can complete chapter 2 of the y equals mx plus b book. So far you've had the opportunity to cover the introduction, chapter 1, and this week we're going to focus on chapter 2. Second objective is I can get feedback for my project. So by submitting chapter 1 and chapter 2, you can get feedback. It's very important that you're submitting your work so you get feedback. Otherwise, the work piles up and it becomes difficult to catch up. Your two assignments this week are the following: a draft of chapter 2 submitted through Google Classroom, and your KBAK, which is 8th grade Y10, write a linear equation from 2 points. You can click on this link in the slides to get access, or you can visit the KBAK spreadsheet that all advisory teachers have access to. So some additions I want to make are, I noticed that Tuesday and Thursday might not be enough opportunities for students to attend office hours. So I included 2 more, which include Friday from 11 to 12 and Friday from 4 to 5. That means the new hours will be the following: 11 to 12 for Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays, 2 to 3 from Tuesdays and Thursdays, and 4 to 5 for Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Those are the new hours. In particular, live lessons will be taught on Tuesday at 2 to 3. So if you want to attend a live class, please stop by at 2 to 3 on Tuesday, tomorrow. A common thing that we're noticing when we're grading your work is the way students submit their work. So I decided to create a PowerPoint on how not to submit work versus how to submit work. And a link is provided to see the video on how to submit work properly. Here's our first example of how not to submit work. You can see that when the student submits this work, it is so tiny. I think I had to click the zoom button maybe 10 times just to see this page, and there were multiple pages. So I had to click in, then click out. Zoom in, zoom out. I had to zoom in to see what the writing was, and then I had to zoom out to write a comment. And doing that many times can be really frustrating. An assignment shouldn't take that long to grade, but when you format it in a weird way, it becomes more challenging to grade. For some individuals, it took 2 to 3 times longer to grade your work because of the way that the work was submitted. Another example of how not to submit your work is submitting your work sideways. When you submit your work sideways, it becomes challenging because we have to tilt our head to read your work. There's been even students who submitted their work upside down. Please submit your work right side up so that we can read your work properly. Another way not to submit your work is by creating numerous PDFs. So this was the packet for the finals review, and it was 11 pages long. This student submitted 11 pages of PDFs. When you do that, we had to go back and forth in terms of checking and giving you guys comments. So once again, we click on this file, write a comment, scroll down, write a comment, then get out of this file, click on the next file, and do the same thing. And if we wanted to go back, we had to click on that exact file again. So this is becoming 2 to 3 times longer to grade your work versus just creating a single PDF file. This is an example of how to create your work, how to submit your work. This is an 11-page document submitted as one PDF. When you submit it as one PDF, we can just easily scroll up and down and write comments on the same document versus clicking in, clicking out, turning our computers because your work is sideways, or zooming in and zooming out because your work is so tiny. Once again, the link to see how to submit your work using Genius Scan or Notes on iPhone is provided, so please click on it to see the easy tutorial. And last but not least, for attendance, the question of the week is, if you had a superpower, what would it be? Why? Please answer this question and put it in the Google Hangouts. Thank you, and looking forward to seeing you.